Welcome to my channel, where we'll be discussing family, faith, hope, and love. I'm so glad that you joined me. Let's be fed daily bread. Are you hungry? Welcome to my channel. I hope that this message finds you doing well. Today is actually day 111, episode 111. If this is your very first time tuning in, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I have been led by the Holy Spirit to drop golden nuggets each and every day. So please subscribe and take some time to go over the previous episodes. I've started a series of reading the chapter Luke, okay? And this series is going to go all the way up until before Christmas morning, because Luke actually have 24 chapters. So when Christmas morning comes, who have been following me with this series will have a better perspective or a different perspective on the story of Jesus Christ. Family and friends, love you guys. I know it's a lot, but trust me, these golden nuggets that I am dropping you are extremely beneficial. So let's go and dive right in. The word for today is hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. I read Luke chapter 12 today, and reading the entire chapter, I keep seeing the word fair not, fair not, fair not. So I automatically thinking that God wanted me to talk about fair, because this is what the script, this particular chapter, was in detail about, Jesus telling them about their fairs, etc., throughout the entire chapter. But when the Holy Spirit said, I want you to talk about hypocrisy, I was like, okay, we know that the basis of the Luke has a lot to do with Jesus tungling, going back and forth with the Pharisees and the teachers of the law. And we know that, Jesus have been calling them hypocrites because of, the way that they have been operating. Go ahead and check out the previous episodes, and then you'll be able to catch up and have a better idea of where this is going. So the word that we say we're talking about today is hypocrisy. So I was like, okay, Holy Spirit, I'm going to be talking about hypocrisy, but I want to know what is the root of hypocrisy. So I went ahead looking, diving in, and then lo and behold, the root of hypocrisy is fear and low self-esteem. I was like, wow. Okay, because I was thinking that I will be talking about fear, but the root of hypocrisy is actually fear. Okay? Hypocrisy is defined as a practice of claiming to have moral standards or views to which one's own behavior does not meet. So it's like you say one thing and then you're doing, it's not meshing well at all. Okay? And I know I talked about that in one of the previous episodes when Jesus was telling the Pharisees, okay, you complain about me, having or doing a wedding, and then you still complain about the funeral. What's it going to be? Because, the opposite, it just is not meshing correctly. Okay? So what causes hypocrisy? The root of hypocrisy is fear and low self-esteem. We use hypocrisy to avoid looking at our shortcomings, okay, and figure out our part in it. So I'm from the Caribbean, so we always said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, meaning that you're looking at me and things that I'm doing, but to you it doesn't pertain to you, So how is it that you can stop being hypocrites? How can you stop hypocrisy. And I came up with this this blog, or where people always have their input. So I read it thoroughly, and these are some of the pointers that I thought was worth mentioning, okay, based on what it is that I've read thus far in the book of Luke chapter 12. It says, ignore what other people are doing and focus on yourself, okay? The Pharisees and the lawmakers were so into Jesus and everything. You remember they was like showing up everywhere he was because they were eager to see what he was doing. Okay, well, they needed to stop that, because that is one of the ways that you could stop hypocrisy. Another thing is, stop condemning others so quickly. If you go back to one of my previous episodes, I told you there was 3 words that the Holy Spirit told me that I need to make sure that any situation that I'm encountering, 3 words that I always need to focus on. No judgment, no condemnation, no criticism. No judgment, no condemnation, and no criticism. And it specifically says, one of the tips so that could help you to avoid hypocrisy is stop condemning others so quickly, okay? Another tip is reserve judgment until you have experienced something. No judgment, no condemnation, no criticism, okay? Stop making promises that you can't keep. You say one thing, you do another, okay? It's not meshing well together with what it is that you're saying or what it is that you're doing, all right? Pinpoint context and how it alters the way that you think or the way that you believe. I went to a ladies' conference a while back, and one thing that I got from that conference was you have to allow people to be who they are. And that's a major problem for a lot of people. They want to control people's way of doing things. They want to control the way people talk. They want to control the way people think. You've got to stop that, because you did not create this person. You can't tell this person how to live their life and what it is to do. Everybody's life and journey is completely different. Everybody was not created the same. Everybody's not going to do things the same. We don't think the same. We don't act the same. We don't talk the same. But you want to put people in a specific box to be able to talk like you, look like you, act like you. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to allow people to be who they are. Parents, stop trying to have your kids grow up to what you want them to be. Allow your kids to be who God created them to be and the purpose that He has called them. Husbands, leave your wife be who it is that God created her to be. Wives, leave your husband be who God created him to be. Family members, allow each other to be yourselves. Stop trying to tell them, oh, you need to do this, oh, you need to do that, oh, I think, oh, you need to stop it, okay? That's not what God created for us to do, to be talking, condemning, criticizing, judging. No. Allow people to be themselves. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be trying to delegate and tell people, well, I think this is how your life's supposed to go. No. It is not your business. It is God's business. And let God do His business, and you will see how your life will go from henceforth. Okay? Hypocrisy is very lonely. That's a fact. Because if they weren't so lonely and have so low self-esteem, they won't be so eager to be figuring out what it is that you're doing. Like all up in your mix, all up in your business. So the golden nugget for today is, please walk in your path. The golden rule is, do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. You need to start thinking about treating people fairly. The way that you want to be treated is the way that you should treat people. And last but definitely not least on this tip list in reference to how to stop hypocrisy is that you need to become more spiritual. Because when you become more spiritual and the Holy Spirit dwells within, hello, then you will no longer be condemning. Then you will no longer be judging. And then you will no longer be criticizing. You will be so busy doing the things that God has called you to do and making sure that you're on the path, and you don't want to upset God. You don't want to make sure that he is not in good with you or whatever it is, because you're not doing what God has called you to do. Okay? So please take this golden nugget to heart. It will definitely help you in why you have been so stagnant, why you're not seeing traction. It's because of those three little words: no judgment, no condemnation, no criticism. And then you will no longer have to deal with hypocrisy, okay? Because you have negate all of that negative stuff, and now you are more spiritual, and now you're walking in the plans that God has for you. And then he will start revealing some stuff to you, and then you can see how it is that you are treading on your journey. So my question to you each and every day is, are you hungry? I know that I am. Let's be fed daily bread.